And guess who's in the studio with us? We have been waiting for a week now. Yes, and Sheron has joined us. He's got his
Hello,
earphones on.
Sheron.
Hi, buddy.
Hello.
Oh, it's awesome to have you here.
Thank you to have me.
I know we have a lot of listeners on our group that are so eager to hear what you're all about. And
Talk
I
about
think-
slitting your wrist.
Yeah, exactly.
Sheron, let's start. Let's just start. Let's introduce you to our listeners. Were you born in South Africa?
No, I was born and raised in Israel.
Tell us a little bit about that, and then how you ended up
Well,
in South
Israel
Africa.
is a small little country. It's
No, man.
Well, yeah, I think my dad wanted to come here from the 80s, I think. And
Yeah.
in 1990, he came here
Uh-huh.
and immigrated here, and I came in with him. Loved it here.
How old were you then, Sheron?
I was about to turn 18, I think.
Okay. Ah, so you've been here a while. That's lekker.
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, no, and I had to go back to the army service in Israel, as every Israeli has to do.
Mm-hmm.
And came back finally in 95 to live here. Yeah.
Okay.
Been here ever since.
And your
Yeah.
musical background, is this from your family? Is this something you just discovered, or?
No, well, my mom, after my parents divorced, my mom had a boyfriend who was a keyboard player in a
Okay.
band, in a cover band.
Mm-hmm.
And then she sat us down. She bought a piano, I think, or something, and we started with piano. I think I was 9 years old or something. Hated. I hated that. I really.
The
couldn't.
classical,
Yeah. And then from there on, just bitten by the bug.
Okay. All right.
And then I wanted to play more popular music and stuff. So yeah, from there it just
Well,
evolved.
popular in 95 and popular today is two different things, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, the thing is, that's what was ever, whatever plays on radio at any given moment is the popular music.
So tell me now, how many instruments do you play? Can you play?
I started
Excluding
with
the organ.
Yes.
Hey guys.
I started with. I would say I've got, including my vocals, I've got 5 instruments. It's
Okay.
piano. I played drums in high school.
Yes.
And then when I couldn't play drums anymore in the army, I played guitar. Started
Okay.
playing guitar. And from there, evolved to bass. So, yeah, and then I started singing when I came here.
Okay. All right.
All
Months
right.
later.
You quickly.
Okay. Well, you know what, Sheron, we have had the good fortune, okay, to see you perform. We've known you for a while, and we obviously lost contact with you with the barnyard and all the stuff you were doing, so we didn't
Yeah.
get to see you gigging and things. And it's awesome to basically have you back
Oh, thank you.
with us. It is. It's really, we haven't seen it, and it's been too long. It's been way too long.
Way too long.
But I'll tell you one thing I do appreciate about that is the songs that you sent us on the original side of things just show an incredible growth in
thank you.
in man, what would you call it, Manny? It's
Well,
just,
let's just put our listeners in the picture here. We are fortunate enough to have obviously seen Sheron perform live.
Correct.
And we've known Sheron for quite some time.
Yeah.
Now Sheron goes back to, well, in what I would call the circuit days here in Gauteng, South Africa, to the likes of me and Mr. Mustard.
Yeah.
You had your own band called Trespass.
No, Crossover.
Crossover, sorry.
Crossover.
Oh, good grief, Mandy. Oh,
Trespass,
apologies.
really? This is
I also played
interesting.
with a band you might know. It used to be called Dark White, but that's gone wrong.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's gone wrong, yeah. And Yared starts. Yeah, and Yared starts.
What other
Okay.
bands have you performed with that our listeners might recognize or know?
I played with Watershed
Yes.
just over 10 years ago for a
Yes.
brief time. They needed some session guys to come in.
Uh-huh.
Back in the 90s, I played 96, I think it was, with Amersham. I think it was one of the
Yes,
best
one of the best rock bands.
Yeah.
ever.
Wow,
It was
yes.
such a joy. I mean, really. I can't say on radio stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was absolutely amazing. I played with a whole bunch of small and, good live bands such as Dark White at the time. Old band called Legacy. I think that's where I kind of started
Right.
with 2 guys, Jake and Harry.
Jake and Harry. When
Yeah.
Harry met Jake.
Something like that.
Something
No,
like
that's
that.
kind of like how we started. And
Right.
then from there it spiraled, and then I started my own band, Crossover.
Of course,
96.
Crossover, and correct me if I'm wrong, Crossover were the main band at Tempos in all those
Yeah,
days ago.
yeah.
Hey?
We were very fortunate. We started as a small, like, 3-piece with backtracks.
Right.
And we kind of eventually matured to be a completely live band.
Right.
I had the guys from Mr. Mustard when they changed members.
Yeah.
Then the guys from the original Mr. Mustard came and played with me for quite a while. And eventually with Dave and myself and Sean from the Lemmings
Right.
joined us on drums. And I think we were quite a strong band at the time. I mean, in the live scene, you
Yes.
know, when
Yeah.
live bands were still like a
Agreed.
popular
Yeah.
item.
And it was those guys that we used to watch at Tempos, was it not?
Yes.
Yeah, it was that band. Yeah, yeah. That was a hot band, let's be honest.
Yeah, very,
Jeez, that was a lekker
very,
band.
very
that.
hot band.
Well, if you can look past the lead singer,
Well, the guitarist, he was okay. He was okay.
it's the same guy.
Yeah. No shit, Sherlock. Okay.
Now,
Listen,
Sheron, over and above the cover scene that you've been in, and obviously been in some pretty big name bands and played with them and stuff, you also write your own music, right?
Yes, I've been for a while. Yeah.
What inspired you to start doing that? And I mean, when did you start writing your own stuff?
Probably around the time when I started with Crossover, I would
Okay.
say. You know, we all started with a small old cakewalk program and
With the
no.
MIDI files back in the day.
yes, you know, I mean, somehow started. I had a good friend that had a record label, Clive Risco.
Yeah.
He helped me with the publishing of some of the songs at the time. And yeah, and then it just, you know, and then you start your own studio, and then you know, kind of thing, you start producing other people, and along the time you start writing your own stuff. And I've been doing that for, I would say, from like 97, 98, I started doing recordings and
yeah.
stuff.
Well, I'll tell you something. The word I was looking for just now was creative, Mandy.
Yeah.
What are we going to kick off with today? Is it an original or a cover?
It's a cover. I
Right.
thought we'd introduce to our listeners something that they can
that they can
relate
liaise with
to,
and
or that the
relate,
song
yeah.
they've heard before. Um,
Before you do,
yeah.
it's, what I wanted to say was, when you hear this cover, what I'd like you to do is to try and find the appreciation in the song of what has been changed, because that's going to tell you a lot about
how
Sheron.
creative he is.
Because
yeah.
Sheron's creative ability, for me, is probably. I'm going to stick myself out on a limb here and say that it's probably the best in the country.
Oh.
You know, blow smoke up Sheron's.
No,
mouth.
not at all, not at all. I'm
You're going to
talking.
need a lot of smoke.
Yeah, I'm talking from my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I have heard a lot of songs that have been redone, and I've heard Sheron's stuff, and I had the absolute pleasure of sharing some of these songs before today,
Yeah.
with other people that came to visit, and it blew them away. So I'm
Yeah.
not wrong. In my opinion, I think Sheron is one of the most creative.
Oh, wow, thank you.
And it's honest, Sheron. I think you're one of the most creative musicians in this country.
That's very
and
kind
I
of you.
think
Thank you.
I think you'll understand why when you hear the song.
I also love, you know what, I know you've been here quite a while, but Sheron still has that slight accent, which I think is incredibly sexy.
Yeah.
And that comes through in his songs, which also makes it so much his own.
Yeah.
I
He
can make
doesn't
a very
sound-
big accent.
I know
Yeah.
you can. I know you've kind of lost the accent a lot, but
Working on
subtly,
it, yeah.
here
Yeah,
and
working
there,
on it.
I think it's very, very attractive in the songs because
thank
it
you.
doesn't.
Yeah.
You don't sound like anyone else. You don't sound South African.
And let's
although
be
you
honest,
don't sound.
that's the key to success. I'm actually
Yes.
surprised that you haven't released your own stuff yet, and I guess that's coming, right?
It's on the way, yes.
Good.
All
Well,
right,
listen,
so
without
yes,
saying
let's
anything
do
else,
it.
please listen to this, okay? And you're going to understand when we take this conversation further exactly what kind of musician we're chatting to
We
today.
hope you guys enjoy this first cover song as much as we do.
Yeah.
Or we did.
Absolutely.
Here is Sheron.
Covered mountains are a home now for me, but my home is the lowlands and always will be. Someday you'll return to me, your valleys and your farms, and you'll no longer burn to be brothers in arms. Through these fields of destruction, baptisms of fire, so many different worlds, so many different suns, and we have just one world, but we live in different ones. Now the sun's gone to end, the moon's riding high. Let me bid you farewell. Every man has to die, but it's written in the starlight. In every line in your palm, we're forced to make war on our brothers in arms.
That's of course Sheron there live in studio with us today, but that's his version of the Dire Straits song.
How many
Brothers in
people have you heard
Arms.
that can rip Dire Straits like that? That's just
The
it's
creativity,
amazing.
it's just
Yeah.
signature.
Absolutely.
Sheron's signature.
And I'll tell you something, that the tributes, and I'm going to call them tributes, Sheron, are just pouring in here. I can't put my phone down and chat to you. This bloody thing is just vibrating in my,
Well, thank you.
hands all the time.
I had a lot of fun with this song.
Wonderful stuff, Sheron. Honestly, wonderful, wonderful stuff.
And of course, we just want to welcome everyone who's just joined us with Sheron live in studio with us. We
Absolutely.
have Kerry and Daniel
Kerry
tuned
and Daniel
in.
are listening as well, yes. And Slippers is on. And
And
you know,
Amy's on. and
Amy's,
yes.
oh, wonderful stuff, guys. Wonderful stuff. Well, there's lots more to come. If you thought that was good, you better tie your socks onto something because they're still about to be blown off. Trust me.
All right, Sheron, we've got a couple of your songs that we'd like to get through in the interview. I wonder, the next one I'm going to play, well, we've actually got a couple of your originals here too. You needed to say something about the original songs?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, all my songs I've written and recorded myself, but the 3 that I've got today I did not do completely alone. I had an old partner that I haven't seen in a while, but his name was Gavin. His name is Gavin. Helped me write this. The song that you're going to play now, also a guy called Grant,
Yes.
assisted with a couple of words. I mean, sometimes, we're actually sitting in the studio
Yeah.
a couple of years ago, and he was there and he said, why don't you... And he just said one word that helped us complete the song.
Ah, okay.
Because a lot of times you're just looking for that extra little bit of
Yes.
inspiration.
Yeah.
And we were stuck on that specific song, and Grant came in and said, just use one. 'Cause, the name of the song is Ordinary World, and you say
Yes.
just end it with one world,
Yeah.
Ah,
reading through the
okay.
text. And I went, wow, thank you. And then, so he's obviously credited in that song as well.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, it's just fair to credit other people.
What is the
that-
song about, Sheron?
This is what a great world we have, and how badly we are destroying it, slowly but surely.
Ah, okay.
I just got to chip in here quickly because I'm not sorry, Sheron. I'm not even getting a chance to talk to you because I'm busy on the phone here. It's going nuts. Amy just says it is stunning. Fadi says it's sharp.
thank
Shannon,
you.
Shannon says this is a beautiful song, Sheron. Brian Fraser, you know Brian.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
how's it, Brian?
Yeah, the man with a hot seat there. He says, Sheron, you're sounding top there, buddy.
Oh, thank you very much.
Stunning,
Coming from
stunning.
Brian is a top musician,
Oh, absolutely.
and I had the
absolutely.
pleasure of working with him in Barnyard at Barnyard for many shows.
Yes, yes.
Hell of a drummer,
he's a
and a
lovely
nice
guy.
guy.
And a
What a
nice guy,
lucky
yeah,
guy,
agreed. Yeah, agreed.
And we'll get through a lot more of these. There's so many people that are really, really thrilled
Oh,
with this,
and
Sheron,
while
and
we've
I'm
got
really
so many
glad.
people tuned in, perhaps we can. Sheron had an idea before he actually joined us in studio, because he did bring his acoustic guitar with,
Oh, yes.
and he's not too keen on doing anything acoustic because he says his voice is a bit or not warmed up. But he thought
I'll give
perhaps
him
we
a
could
sherry,
let our
relax.
we could ask our listeners if there's anything specific they'd like to hear, and he might just be able to wing
There's
that
a
one.
great one. How
Maybe.
about that? I'll tell
Yeah.
you what, guys. Send us your suggestions, and if Sheron can,
Acoustically,
and I'll tell
yeah.
you what, the chances are pretty good because he knows like 1,800 songs or something stupid.
He'll just
so-
wing
And
it.
3.
And 3, yeah. So if there's anything you'd like to hear Sheron do live in studio on his acoustic guitar and singing to that, maybe I can even con Mandy to do some singing with him.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So if you have any suggestions, please send them in to us. We'd love to do that. I mean, that would be an awesome thing to pull off right here on the Lunch Buzz. Looking forward to it. So please send it in.
Alrighty, so we're going to play this next one of Sheron's. This is the original, an original called Ordinary World.
In the end, all we have is an ordinary world, and we fake till we make it. Let's
Then on air, off air, on air, off air.
Whatever.
That was Sheron with his original Ordinary World.
Yeah. What a
Awesome
song,
stuff.
hey?
Awesome.
What a
Beautiful,
song. What a song. What a song.
beautiful
Nice drummer, by the way.
Thank you.
25 past 1 here on the Lunch Buzz, and if you've just joined us, we have Sheron live here with us in studio, and we
Yep.
are sharing his original and his cover music with you guys. And
Yeah, and there's a couple of really, really nice suggestions coming in, Sheron, for some acoustic stuff. So
Yes.
we will go through them all when we are off air now. But yeah, for me, it's a question of, well, you did a stint at the Barnyard as well, right? I know one of the things that people don't understand, I think, where a lot of musos are concerned, is that part of being a muso is understanding the actual sound side of it.
Yes.
Okay, which most musos, let's be honest, don't.
Most of us don't, but I mean, yeah, I mean, most people are obviously consumed with the actual performance side or writing and recording or whatever
Correct.
it is. And the technical side, obviously, we have to say that I was a sound guy and a sound engineer in the Barnyard.
Well, that's the point I'm making, yes.
Although I was thrown in the last few months, I was thrown into a couple of the shows due to one of the guitarists got in a car crash and couldn't play for a few days. And one of the other guys also got ill in December. And
so you stood in.
I stood in because I know the show. I've been mixing them for a long time, and you know the show. So they asked me if I can step in, and I did.
Did you need to rehearse with them? And
Not really.
did you
no.
actually know most of the stuff?
I know the.
or-
Oh no, yeah. You know the songs. You know, I'm the kind of guy who plays from hearing, but using my ear. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not really schooled. The piano lessons I took flew out the window. At the age-
Long time
Yeah.
ago.
long time ago. So I use my, I play by ear, and lucky enough, and you just go home. I've got recordings of the shows. You kind of go through the material, make sure you know the solos properly. What is your, the last show I actually had to act as well, which was very funny.
Okay.
I got some really wild videos.
So you're adding to this resume of
Yeah,
yours. You've got some
yeah.
acting experience
Yeah,
in there too now.
it's more not acting, but it's acting on stage.
Yes.
Like playing Brad from the Rocky Horror Show.
Oh my goodness.
So it was very weird.
How did you find it on the slab?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to go there, right?
It was very funny. It was actually hilarious, and I had so much fun because I've never done that. I was really scared I'm going to screw it up.
Yeah.
And lucky enough, the band was very accommodating, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
I can
And
imagine. And it's different, eh? The nerves are different there.
very different.
Yeah.
Very different. Yeah.
Different set of nerves altogether. That's
I
for
know
sure.
from seeing you perform with a whole lot of bands and on your own and what have you. You are, you definitely have what I would call an alter ego. Okay, it's that alter ego when you get up on
It's okay,
stage.
just goes,
I love talking to musos about their alter ego because
He's
off
still asleep,
stage-
by the way.
Oh, is he still asleep
Yes.
today? Okay.
Yes.
Because I know that you are, you're so down to earth and humble and, what have you, but on stage,
It
you
changes.
become...
Yeah, I
you
know.
change.
There's another creature that crawls out
It
there.
can be mistaken for arrogance, confidence, arrogance, but it's of course you have to. It's a show.
Yeah.
It's entertainment. I
Yeah.
mean, and although it's kind of crossfades into real life, and real life crossfades into the stage, but I some of my behavior patterns in life come to the stage, and some of the stuff that I do on the stage end up being a part of my life afterwards.
Yeah.
But it is a different. I mean, you get up on stage. There's sound. There's lights. Even if you're just sitting in a corner of a pub on a stool and strumming acoustic guitar, it's not what you do every day. This is just it's a job, and for a job you have to, depends on the job. You have to put on a suit and a tie, and it's not who you are, and it's not necessarily just what you do. So you have to develop a different
Yes.
Persona.
persona,
Yes,
and
absolutely.
unfortunately, like I never thought that I'm a singer. I still don't.
Well, you're wrong there, and half of our listeners disagree.
Well, you're a drummer, so you're deaf.
And blind and
No,
stupid.
but I mean, the thing is, it's like you hear the gods of singers like Andres Buerta and Mark Billing and such, and Clint Cunningham. I mean, we're talking about really like mega singers, and you can't even come close, And so you have to develop a personality on stage, and that becomes a part of your act. And
Okay, but then in a sense, you have been acting for years. So acting at the barnyard wasn't.
Yeah, but it's a different.
It's a different thing to put on.
It's
Yeah,
different.
no,
It's
this
different.
is very different.
But
I mean,
it's still like a mask. It's like putting that mask on.
yes and no.
Okay.
Yes and no. I mean, it becomes natural after a while.
Yeah.
I remember my first, few gigs. It was nerve-wracking. you
Yeah.
know, and now it's only if I wouldn't even call it nerve-wracking anymore, but I do have the adrenaline rush. I'm excited to get on stage, put it this way. I'm
Yeah.
excited. Then doesn't matter if the stage is in front of 500 people or 3 drunks in the bar. It doesn't matter. It's always exciting. We're all very fortunate to do it for a living. But it's not a mask. It's just, it's not exactly sitting at home watching TV. It's not as natural.
Yes.
Because you always are, you are in a spotlight, one way or another. You are open to criticism, which
Yeah.
is the biggest fear for all of us.
Yeah.
Some people need the help of alcohol or whatnot to conquer that fear, because I'm not really a drinker, you know that.
Yeah.
And I'm lucky that I've never taken that up as a habit. But I think I understand why a lot of us need to drink to kind of calm the nerves.
Yes.
It's, blah, blah, blah.
Yes. Yeah.
Mainly
No,
before we
absolutely.
do the next song with Sheron,
Uh-huh.
here's the surprise I had for him. And I hope it's going to work. I know, I've taken it off for a reason, okay? So can you put as much volume on here as you can?
Are you singing to me happy birthday? It's not my birthday.
It's very close. Here's a very special message that we received for you, Sheron.
Oh.
Hi, Dad. Just want to say hi. I'm very proud to hear you on the radio. And also just shout out to my family who's also busy listening to this. I just want to say wish you luck on the radio and in future with everything you're doing.
Oh, wow.
That's from your son, Daniel.
Oh, wow. How's it, Daniel?
Hey, how cool is that?
Boy.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous.
My boy.
Shame, man. Thank you. Thank you, buddy.
That's
Thank
gorgeous.
you. I don't get to see him as much. It's been really crazy at the barnyard for the last 3 years. It's been crazy. You work crazy hours. You're
Yes.
always on at work. Always. I'm hoping that there will be a bit more time now, so I can come through and see him a bit more often.
That'll be awesome.
Thank
Oh,
you.
awesome.
What a lovely message, Danny. Shot, my boy. Shot.
Okay,
And,
so now this next one's also a cover. I know it's one of your favorites, Tony.
Which one is
You
this?
just love what Sheron's done with the song.
Which one is this?
You Spin Me.
Okay, you got to listen to this. This is ridiculously good.
Yeah, Sheron's
Okay.
very creative side,
Yeah.
but you also see you're going to start meeting the
The wild
funny,
side.
The wild.
But this was a joke when I started this. This was an actual joke, and when I recorded just a funny template of it or whatever, like a demo, and I went, wait a minute, I don't want to say that I sound like the guy from Dead or Alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there was some kind of tonal similarities, and I went, what if I do something different with this song?
Yeah.
Because it started off I was in the studio just messing around,
Okay.
and I took in a loop like then I sang to it because
Yeah.
it's just something that came to mind, and then I went, wow, it actually doesn't sound as bad as I thought it was going to sound for the joke, and I ended up I actually thought about Prime Circle
Yeah.
with that song because I thought, how can I get to sound a bit more raw than the original was very pop.
Yes.
And I think I was listening to Hello Cruel World or something at that time.
Yeah.
And I thought, let me try to do it in kind of the Prime Circle way, or
Yes.
the more rough.
Rocky, gruffy
Yes.
kind of voice.
And that's what came out. It was just
Well,
Well,
this
I
for
love
me
this.
is going to be a demo to everybody as to what creativity lies in that corp of
The-
yours,
and
trust me.
versatility.
and the
And
vocals
versatility,
and the
yes.
vocals in the beginning with the loop. The loop actually changed quite a few times before I settled on the loop that started the song before the rock
Right.
part comes in. Is the original vocals are put on as a joke.
Oh my
I haven't
goodness.
changed that at all.
Yes.
And it's only when I decided to do something with the song that I put down the vocals for the rest of the song. And I went, let me just leave it as it is. I didn't think it was terrible. And
I think
thought-
it fits. I must be
I
honest.
thought
I
it
think it
worked.
fits. Yeah, it does work.
I
Does.
love your take on this song. I just
Here's an
think it's-
example of what creativity sounds like with a capital C.
Yeah, Sheron's version of You Spin Me Right Round.
I got to know your name, and I could trust your private number, baby. All I loving arms. Watch out, here I come. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. I got to be your friend now, baby. And I would like to move in just a little bit closer, a little bit closer. All I know is that to me you look like a lot of fun. Open up your loving arms. Watch out, here I come. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. I want your All I know is that to me you look like you're lots of fun. Open up your loving arms. Watch out, here I go. Watch out, here I come. Spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby.
I just love Sheron's take on that. Awesome
Oh,
stuff.
thank you.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
I had a lot of
Lekker.
fun
Now, I
with
tell
that
you
song.
what, hey, and my buddy old Brian will understand what I'm saying. Briano, I know, I have the utmost respect for you as a drummer, but let's be honest here. If I had to come up, I could spend a year and I would never think of putting a riff in like you did there, Sheron. It makes the song, it breaks it, and it makes it again. It's fantastic.
But it gives it a very modern feel. as
Absolutely,
well. It's like
absolutely.
the pop feel is kind of there in moments, but then it's also got this rocky, gruffy, modern. I love it. I just love it.
It's a very simple song. So I mean, I had to come up with a guitar riff to accompany, because it's so repetitive
Yes.
way of doing, the music part of it.
Yeah.
It's very simple.
Yeah.
How do you make it interesting?
Yeah. I love it. I love your
Oh, thank you.
creativity in that.
Do you remember someone called Bonnie?
Bonnie? Yes,
Bonnie,
of course I
and
knew
you know
Bonnie.
Bonnie,
Yeah, Bonnie
you're-
used to play with me a
Correct.
couple of times. Yeah.
Correct. Bonnie's online as well, and he says,
how's
how's it, guys? Nice show. Big ups for Sheron. Sounding brilliant.
Oh,
Keep
thank
it
you.
up.
Thanks, Bonnie. Thanks, Bonnie.
Hey? Oh, Bonnie, how you doing, my bad? Yes, nice to hear from you.
And speaking about shout out, can I say shout out?
Of course you can.
Well, Leanne, my girlfriend,
Yes.
she's listening. Hello, Leanne.
Is that the shout out?
Yes, wait.
Wait, no, there's a few more.
Is there more? Okay.
Maya from Israel, my sister, and my cousin Noam. Who else is listening? I'm not sure who else is online. I've sent the link to everybody.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, whoever's listening, thank you for joining. Thank you for taking the time to.
Well
to
deserved.
share this with you.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And it is a well-deserved shot, I'll
Oh,
tell you what.
absolutely.
And Bonnie and Dave have got Bad Boys, haven't they? The two-piece that they
That's-
do.
I think
yes. Yeah, it is Bad Boys, yeah. Hey, Bonnie, nice to have you on, buddy. And we did tell Sheron he's chuffed that you're in as well and listening. Always nice to have fellow musos complimenting you, hey?
Thank you very much, guys.
So I
Oh.
thought I would lighten things up a little bit in this interview with Sheron, and
Oh,
just
God.
remind
Sheron,
or
this-
let
we're
our
going to take you
listeners
back a
know.
bit, okay? But
Yeah.
you're going to know what we're talking about, and this
Okay.
is going to be good.
Because Sheron can be a heck of a lot of fun to perform with on stage. He is. He just everyone.
But he uses
in
his
he's
cool
contagious.
in certain instances. Okay. Do you remember a little venue right next door to Tempo's when Tempo's had shut down called Hickories?
Of course.
Okay. Do you remember that we did a gig there together at Hickories?
I've got the video from it.
Right. Does that video happen to have a big plastic ball in it?
Yes.
All right.
Can you remember what happened?
I can remember. Yes, I was sent the video. No.
Let me sketch it for everybody listening. We did a gig there with Sheron at Hickories, and there was this nice, beautiful blue swimming pool there, lovely water, and
Lots
they
of
had one of
kids.
these, lots of kids, and
Lovely
they had
water
these.
is a point of view.
Well, we're going to see why the lovely water didn't quite suit anything just now. So somebody, I think it was Sheron, had this serious brainwave. How about if Sheron played guitar on the pool, in the water, in the bubble?
In the ball. The
In the
plastic
ball, so he
My
wouldn't get
idea
wet.
was my bad idea.
Was it your bad idea?
Your bad
Okay.
idea.
So Sheron eventually got into the ball, and as he was getting ready to go in,
No, well, he was
somebody
he was
well,
cordless. He was
He was cordless.
Yeah.
Wireless.
but
Wireless.
he was still trying to get in, and he was halfway in the ball when somebody pushed him in. Can you remember that?
Yes,
Some-
two guys
two-
rugby tackled me. Luckily, I think I don't know why I stayed up. I don't know how I stayed up.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And in the video, it's very apparent.
But they were drunk.
A friend of mine,
knew that
Tyron,
afterwards.
Tyron, that used to work at
Yes.
the corner house. Remember?
Yes,
Yeah.
right.
Was a bit. Well, a lot of people held up their phones and recording, and he finally sent me the video, and it's very apparent in the video that I should have been in the
Yeah,
in the pool
absolutely.
drowning.
Yeah,
They
And being
haven't finished. They
electrocuted.
haven't, they're pumping air inside, and then they zip the thing back up.
correct.
And then they throw you inside, and you hope to just. I was just hoping to not tumble,
Correct.
and then out of
Spin
nowhere,
me right
out of nowhere, this two guys
Intoxicated pair
decided to rugby tackle me
with the guitar, by
with
the way.
everything. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I just remember that the impact. I remember the guitar hit me, something from the guitar, the neck
Yeah.
or something hit me in the head, broke my glasses that I had on,
That's it.
sunglasses, and I was just completely disorientated. But
Well, let me take it from there. What was so funny about this, and I'll finish the story for you, because what happened then is Sheron got up, put his guitar down, and chased these two oaks all over Hickories. Okay. All he wanted to do was get hold of these oaks and panel beat them. That was it. And yes, the rest of the band now going down drumsticks and other guitars, chasing Sheron to try and catch him, to stop him from cornering these guys.
no,
Okay.
I just remember I was very disorientated, and I just I got hit on the head like really hard by the guitar.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just remember like shouting, "What the hell is wrong with you?"
Exactly. Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Well, you kept shouting that for about 1.5 kilometers
Yeah.
after you were chasing
And
them. you know, so-
I really have to apologize for scarring all the kids that were there. Sorry, guys. I know you're probably about 25 now, but sorry.
yeah. It was so funny. I'll tell you what.
It was.
That is something that you can laugh about now. It wasn't
Yeah.
funny then.
No,
definitely
not.
nobody found it funny then, but it is funny now.
for
you know,
sure, for
you know,
sure.
you escaped
It
unhurt.
was. I remember that. It was a very difficult response for me because I didn't know what to do. with
Yeah.
myself.
No. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
You're getting smacked like that. Again, it wasn't. I don't think they aimed to get me hurt.
No.
I'm sure that they wanted to.
I think they
be
just
funny.
wanted to, exactly. They were
Yeah.
trying to be funny. They were just trying to be
And
funny.
I think
yeah.
if their timing was maybe 30 seconds later, the ball would have been zipped up and
And it would have been funny.
yeah, because
Yeah,
what happened
but
is that they hit it so hard that the air escaped,
Yeah.
and I got whacked by them and the whatever guitar
Yeah.
and I had, and I had all this electronics on me, and they didn't think. They actually, because there was no air in the bubble,
Yeah.
in the,
Yeah,
well, no,
correct.
and it's still not zipped up. If I would have gone in the pool, I wouldn't have been able to do nothing but drown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tied up with a guitar that weighs 5 kilos and
Yeah.
all the electronics not on me.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have been funny. I just
No. That's why I say, luckily we can sit back and have a good cackle
And
about
now
it
it's
now.
funny.
Now it's funny.
Now it's funny.
Well, you know what's not funny is the next song we're going to play of Sheron's. This
Absolutely
is
not.
stunning stuff. I can't get enough of this music. Let's just play some more music and
Tell
we'll
us
come back
quickly,
and
though, Sheron, what is this song about? It's called When I'm Gone.
when you I think what inspired part of the story behind it is because as a musician you're always away from home.
Oh, yes.
And it's kind of even when I remember when Daniel was born, that I was hardly at home.
Yeah.
You always. This was not aimed as a child. The story is not about a child and his parents. It's more like about your partner.
Okay.
But it's about the little bit of a void that you leave behind
Every time you
every
go.
time you go away.
Okay.
You go away sometimes for a few hours, but sometimes you go in for a couple of weeks,
Yeah.
and sometimes even a few months. I've been in Hong Kong and China for
Yeah.
about 4 months. So I mean, it's about the person that stays behind.
Okay.
It's kind of like "Don't worry, I'll be back"
Yeah.
kind of song, and I definitely want to dedicate this to Leanne. That's one of her favorite songs.
Okay.
Yeah, she always asks me to play that song at
That's
gigs.
shame.
So
All right. Awesome stuff. Here is Sheron.
Sharon, when you finished here, I'm going to tell you a few more little
Responses.
responses that have come in. But once again, guys, Sheron, one of the best in this country, in my opinion. And here comes a song, an original, is it not?
Yes, it is.
Yes. Take another listen to this.
Open up your eyes, I'll show you paradise. I will make you see, I'll make you realize. There's no road too long when I'm far away and out of sight. I will find my way wherever you will be. In my dreams of you, there's only you and me. And I can't wait for you to be here by my side, by my side. Then you know I'm coming home. You will never be alone. When I'm gone, when I'm gone, there will always be a part of me to hold on. We'll be strong when I'm gone. If you know that I'll be back before the night is gone, just before the break of dawn. Now don't you worry, I'm not far. You're the only one who burns up my desire. 'Cause sometimes it just seems that I am blind to everyone but you. But then you know I'm coming home. You will never be alone. When I'm gone, when I'm gone, there will always be a part of me to hold on. We'll be strong when I'm gone. If you know that I'll be back before the night is gone. Another day, another night. I wish that I could hold you tight. So have no fear, 'cause I'll be near, and I won't ever disappear. And I will never ever let you go. When I'm gone, when I'm gone, there will always be a part of me to hold on. When I'm gone, when I'm gone, there will always be a part of me to hold on. So hold on. We'll be strong when I'm gone. If you know that I'll be back before the night is gone, and there will always be a part of me to hold on, hold on.
Oh, what a song, When I'm Gone. And that's, of course, for Sheron's other half, Leanne. That's prachtig.
How many of you out there, how many chicks out there have got a boyfriend that can write a song for you like that?
Sure, I'll tell you what.
It's enough to make your knees jelly.
Sheron, tell us a little bit. What are you doing at the moment?
Okay, I stopped working for Barnyard full time a couple of weeks ago, and I started obviously doing, getting back to doing my recordings and stuff like that. I have a few gigs that I do on a weekly basis.
You're looking for more?
Obviously,
Okay,
always.
Where are you based?
I'm in Krugersdorp right now.
Okay, but you do travel, huh?
Yeah, anywhere,
Okay.
anywhere. But we travel to Cape Town, we travel
Yes,
to Durban,
yes.
we travel anywhere.
Are
I've
you
got
currently doing a solo?
yeah, most of
Emma?
my work is right now is based around the one-man band.
Okay.
It's just convenient. And obviously because I haven't been, I've been committed to Barnyard for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
It's very hard to commit to other people, and then a gig comes and then you can't do it because
Yes.
you've committed to Barnyard. So I try to not harm the Barnyard
Yes.
by not taking many gigs.
Yeah.
But now I'll be looking for a lot more work, both as a one-man band or two-piece or a full band, whatever comes along.
If
obviously.
anyone's listening and would like to book you, where
And,
can they get hold of you? How?
On my website, there's, you can sheron.co.za. My number is there. My email is there.
It's SHER.
Sheron, yes.
Yes.
Otherwise it's Sheron.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can either, on the website there will be my email and my number.
Okay, and have you got a Facebook page as well?
I've got a Facebook page. It's not extremely active. It's more my profile
Okay.
that I'm on every day. But on my Sheron Facebook page as well, you can leave a message there if you want to get hold of me or
Awesome.
or my whatever normal profile, and gladly, yes, for sure.
Okay, then tell me a little bit more about your recording studio.
It used to be
And the reason I'd like to hear your answer, Sheron, sorry for butting in, is that every second muso these days has a studio.
yes, correct.
But the problem with that is that every third oak just doesn't know what the hell he's doing with it. There's a
Yeah.
major difference between guys that say they got a studio and guys that know how to work and
Yes.
function in their studio.
Well, I used to have a more commercial studio that was a bit bigger and a bit more well equipped than it is today. But as you said, every technology has made it accessible for everybody.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as now, the one-man bands or whatnot that can just go and download karaoke files, and because it wasn't available to the public, 10 years ago, and become a musician because there are really good backtracks out there you can perform with. And the same thing in the studio. There's a lot of accessible software with plugins and templates and loops and stuff that you can literally compile whatever you want, at home with very little effort. So the studio was a bit more commercial. I've done a few, nice albums, for, some in Afrikaans, some in English, some were in gold, some almost got gold. Yes, Vace Your Mace was probably one of the biggest
Okay.
albums I produced.
And your recording studio is called
Look at My Toe Productions.
Look at My Toe. That's right.
I don't even want to know where that comes from.
I have joined toes.
Oh, I see.
And if you look at Daniel's got some joint toes as well. And my grandfather had that, and that we all swim like ducks.
So look at my toe production.
Look at My Toe Productions, and at the moment it serves mostly my purposes.
Yeah.
But should the opportunity arise, I'll take on some more commercial work.
Awesome.
Well, all you have to do is listen to what we're playing today to hear the quality of the production. So, I mean, that
thank
speaks
you.
for itself.
Thank you.
I think, without even saying anything, that the songs we're playing today are, in essence, also an advert for your studio.
In a way, yes. Like I said, I mean, the studio thing started as a personal thing for myself when I had the band, and we were rehearsing and recording and stuff, and then soon enough, that sounds nice. Can we come record by you? And then eventually I thought, well, there's a little bit of a business model here. But then again, the home studio kind of erupted.
Yeah.
So people can't. There's a lot of really good producers out there that I know now. One of my close friends now that moved his commercial studio back home because it's just not the viability has gone down.
Yeah.
People will say, "What? 150,000 for an album?" That's not my rate. I'm just saying, some of the guys charge 150,000 for an
Yeah.
album these days, which is still nothing compared to the older days.
Yeah.
that you would drop $250,000
Yeah.
at least
Yeah.
for an album. That's old analog studios, and people just don't want to spend that money because they have it accessible at home. It's fine. I mean, I know a lot of guys, really talented guys that get away with really minimalistic kind of recordings.
Yeah.
With some software, very easy software, Fruity Loops and the Cubase and all that stuff. And
Isn't there a problem when it comes to mastering, though, Sheron?
every bit of the process is a problem. Because you're always fighting the non-ideal situation. I mean, even in a perfectly balanced studio with the best gear in the world, there's the human interface.
Yeah.
And so you have to really, even if you're just recording acoustic guitar, which is seemingly supposed to be one of the easiest things to do, but it's
Right.
actually very difficult because it's what mic are you going? First of all, who's playing?
Yeah.
How is he holding the guitar? And what acoustic guitar does it have? Is it new strings? Is it old strings? There's so many things to consider. So, the technology we have today allows us to screen past a lot of the faults. Even, the stuff that I've done, like Spin Me. Spin Me was recorded 2012. I haven't changed anything. All I
Good
did is I
grief.
went back and I just re-edited a lot of the stuff and remixed stuff with my knowledge today. Because I've got a version of that on SoundCloud, I think.
Yeah.
That's not as good as this version, as in the final product.
Right.
But still, nothing changed. Nothing
Wow.
changed. I'll send you the link for that so you can
Yeah.
listen and kind of A/B them against each other.
Yeah.
And but yeah, every bit of the recording process is crucial, critical enough. But I mean, in today's world, the technology is so much easier. There's you can just load a track, put in a badly recorded acoustic guitar, and load a EQ preset and a compressor preset, and it's already magic. And I can't believe how easy it is to record something and make it sound pro compared
Yeah.
to
Good
all the
grief.
days. Yeah, very
Okay.
easy.
Wow.
So, and then with all the technology today of people auto-tuning the vocals or whatever tool that you have to do it, it's just become easier to make, even if you don't have, I come from analog, I
Yeah.
come from recording analog,
Yeah.
splicing tapes and all that. And, crossfade is to,
Right.
you cut tape and
Yeah.
and
Good.
and now it's
Wow.
just a click. You press
Yeah.
X on the keyboard when you're joining to audio files, and
Yeah.
it crossfades it perfectly for you. As a stupid example, So
I mean, we have this technology. Why not use it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's no buffer anymore. So like the old days, you had to be signed up to be recorded or whatever. So that's why there's a lot of stuff out there that's less than great. But on the upside, is that a lot of people that wouldn't have gotten noticed after you wouldn't notice them, you wouldn't know who
Yes.
they
Yeah.
are, can break through the barrier of whatever else everybody
Yeah.
else is doing, and come out shining.
Yeah.
You don't always need the the idols and the voice,
Right.
which is those are great platforms by themselves.
Yeah.
So I mean, a lot of guys do that at home. I know so many guys that are talented that would not be able to break through the barrier, the buffer of the old record labels and stuff like that.
Right.
So, at the end of the day, it's about the song. If you listen to some old Tracy Chapman and Ben Harper recordings, it wasn't even, if you listen to, talk about Prime Circle, if you listen to the first album they recorded that made it out there with Hello,
Yeah.
the album wasn't recorded nicely at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At all. It wasn't a great recorded album. Me and Mr. Mustard, the first album that came out with all the great songs, it was a good album. I mean, Brian O'Shea produced it. He's a great producer. But with technology those days, it wasn't a great album in
Yeah.
today's technology.
Yeah.
But the songs, that's what it is about. It's about
Yeah.
the songs,
Yeah.
I mean, if you can write a good song, it will. Mark Beeling, come on.
Yeah.
Number one. If you ask me, that's the number one guy in the country.
Yeah.
When it comes to songwriting and performance and singing and playing guitar, he's like one of the top guys out there.
Yeah,
Which
still
which
going.
which song is next, Mandy? Is it
It's this is my favorite.
Okay.
This is a cover version of a Police song.
all right? This is the one that I was waiting for. You got to hear this as well. It's also just happens to be well. I like Spin Me Round, and then this is my second.
This is a
On
production.
the yes, this is awesome stuff.
This is going to take you on a complete journey.
Yeah,
This song.
yeah.
This Sheron's version of this.
Take a listen to this.
lost at sea. Oh, another lonely day, no one here but me. Oh, more loneliness than any man could bear. Rescue me before I fall into despair. I'll send an SOS to the world. I'll send an SOS to the world. I hope that someone gets mine. I hope that someone gets mine. I hope that someone gets my message in a bottle. Message in a bottle. A year has passed since I wrote my note, but I should have known from the start. Only hope can keep me together. Love can mend your life, but love can break your heart. I'll send an SOS to the world. I'll send an SOS to the world. I hope that someone gets mine. I hope that someone gets mine. I hope that someone gets mine. Message in a bottle. Message in a bottle. Message in a bottle. Ooh, message in a Woke up this morning, don't believe what I saw. 100 million bottles washed up on the shore. Seems I'm not alone. 100 million castaways looking for a home. I'm sending an SOS to the world. I'm sending an SOS to the world. I hope that someone gets mine. Hope that someone gets mine. Hope that someone gets mine. Message in a bottle. Message in a bottle. No, 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 no. Message in a bottle. Message in a bottle. Message in a bottle. Sending out an SOS. Sending out an SOS. Sending out an SOS. Sending out an SOS.
And Sheron does not rate himself as a vocalist. I cannot believe you would say something like that. That is absolutely incredible vocals there.
Oh, thank you so much.
And yeah, there's
Thank you, Mandy.
compliments are streaming in here on
Talking,
WhatsApp.
that's coming from who I rate is the top, the actual best female vocal.
Oy vey, Sheron.
No, no, really. I really, maybe to put aside next to Delana.
Wow.
I
Sheron.
reckon you would stand next to Delana and make her blush.
Good grief. Okay, now you're going to make me
And
blush,
she's
Sheron.
awesome. I've mixed for her. live.
Wow.
And she is amazing. Okay? But I also played with you on stage and I mixed for you too. And I've recorded with you too.
Sure.
And I think you're just as good as Delana. And she is
Wow.
ugly.
But I think
No,
I
really.
think I think we need to I think we need to cut out the nonsense here now and do some acoustic. Come on, Sheron.
No, we have.
Come on, we got to do something acoustic
we
for the
have
people.
one
Come
more
on.
original. Okay, let's quickly play it.
Okay, play it quickly, and then you two can decide because I'd like you to do something as well with Sheron. Okay? So
Okay.
stay tuned. We are running over, but I don't mind.
This
That's fine. I'm
original-
sure you don't
This
either.
original of Sheron's, I love it. I think this could be all over radio. This is
Wow,
your
thank you.
commercial song, I think, my opinion. It's called Dirty.
Okay, so
Is it
after this,
dirty?
we're going to come back and we're going to have Sheron and Mandy do something acoustic.
Cool.
She's a very dirty girl. Never had a mother's love to guide her in the world. She is out and gone with men. No one knows when she'll turn up and show her face again. She's out of sight, out of sight. She's gone again another night, leaving all she had behind. Had to run away. She's gone to blow her mind. The streets have now become her home. She's hungry and she's cold, only skin and bone. She's up again another night. The neon lights are very bright. 'Cause she doesn't know she is beautiful. If she only saw her true reflection, she can find her way. She will never stay, but she knows she needs a new direction. She's a very lucky girl. Sometimes dirty people get another chance in the world. Just a friendly smiling turn, letting in the sunlight, breaking out the cold. She's up again, it's time to fight. Finally she had found the light. 'Cause she didn't know she is beautiful. 'Cause she never saw her true reflection. She may find her way and she may not stray, but she knows she needs a new direction. She finally saw she is beautiful. 'Cause she finally saw her true reflection. She will find her way, and she will not stray. 'Cause she knows she found a new direction. 'Cause she doesn't know she is beautiful.
Alrighty then. How about that? You must see the reaction
Dirty.
we're getting on the WhatsApp group. It's
I dig
fantastic.
that song. I just think it's so happy and jolly, and it's got such a I don't know.
Yeah.
I like it.
When,
Well-
when we recorded the song, there was I forgot her name to save my life. Sorry, I'm really sorry. But we had a few friends present. A friend of mine, Kaz, that she's now in the UK. I wish you could listen. I don't think she's available. And she absolutely loved the song. And every time I play the song, I think about her.
Okay.
And there was a girl that helped us write When I'm Gone. She also contributed a couple of words and whatnot. And she was present when we recorded that, and Gavin was putting down the bass line, and she really insulted him by saying this is a comic bass line.
Okay.
And he got really, really upset. So that's kind of my mem. Every time I hear that song, there's two things. It's Kaz. I sing about Kaz. Because
Yeah.
Kaz was jumping. I remember when I was singing, we're putting down the song, I'm putting the vocals down. And she was in the booth, and she was just basically just jumping around with her hands up in the air. And Claire, that was the girl that helped us. I forgot her surname. But Claire said, in one of the takes, she said, that's a comic bass line.
Baseline.
And Gavin almost threw her out of the studio. It was very funny.
Well, let me tell you
Kaz,
something. Let me just update you
I think
quickly.
I also know Kaz.
Yes, you
Yeah, you
do.
know Kaz.
You do, yes.
Caroline.
Kaz, yes.
Caroline.
Yeah.
She's a very blessed girl when it comes to the chest area. Is she
Yes.
not?
I saw the hand gestures, and I'm sure all your viewers saw that as well.
Yes, I'm sure they did. You can't miss it.
I'm just picturing Kaz.
And for the
at
viewers,
story.
the viewers think my shirt said funk.
Your
Funk,
shirt
yes.
says
Yes,
funk.
for the
Yes.
viewers, just in case you misread it.
Yes.
Okay.
It says funk.
Okay, I got it.
I'm
okay,
just
I'm
picturing
glad.
Kaz in this booth.
Yeah,
as
no,
he's
no,
telling
no,
the
no,
story,
don't.
Hopping around.
You're busy
with her-
ruining my day. Shush now.
That's
Shush
why I
now.
wrote the song dirty.
Yes, I see.
Well, listen, Julie van Dam, one of our great friends down in the Cape, has also said she's thoroughly loving the
Oh,
show.
thank you so much, Julie.
Fantastic. And, of
Thank
course, Pietra as well, the lady that's going to take over from us at 3 o'clock.
Thank you, Pietra.
Tuned in, loving it. Brian as well. Yolandi says here, got lekker words as well, and she's loving your vocals.
Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, very, very nice, eh? Well, okay. Well, yeah, too much to read. I'll get to you guys now.
So we're going to have Sheron do a little acoustic thing in here.
Yes.
Yeah?
Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
This is just to prove that he is as good as we're telling you.
But I didn't bring my own sound.
Oh, you didn't, eh?
No, I didn't.
Okay, well, you'll have to use ours.
You'll have to come see. Yes. It's not my sound, but yes.
We literally have the fourth microphone, which is for a fourth guest in studio.
Yes.
Trained
on Sheron's guitar.
It's down at the guitar.
Yes.
And,
Taylor is with us.
Hey,
Taylor.
Taylor.
Oh, yes,
Oh,
there you
yes.
go. There you go.
Taylor's the baby's name.
All right, so here we have it. Without further ado, Sheron doing a lovely, lovely little acoustic
Somebody
number.
said to you, one of the requests, the first request that came up actually was the Ed Sheeran
Ed
song.
Sheeran, yes.
Yeah. And this is one of my favorite songs, and it's very easy to perform with a voice that's still awake.
Okay.
Asleep, I mean.
Yeah, that's slow sleep.
A song that's still
A
awake.
shong, yes. So there's Sheron's shong.
This is called Side of Silence.
Is this? Oh, is that what it's called? Whenever you're ready, you crack it.
Okay. Loving can hurt. Loving can hurt sometimes. But it's the only thing that I know. When it gets hard, you know it can get hard sometimes. It is the only thing that makes us feel alive. We keep this love in a photograph. We made these memories for ourselves. Our eyes are never closing, our hearts are never broken, time forever frozen still. Well, you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped jeans, holding me closer till I ask me. You won't ever be alone. Wait for me to come home. Loving can heal. Loving can mend your soul. But it's the only thing that I know, yeah. I swear it won't get easier, remembering every piece of you. The ease is the only thing we take with us when we die. We keep this love in the photograph. We made these memories for ourselves, but our eyes are never closing, our hearts are never broken, time forever frozen still. Well, you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped jeans, holding me closer till I ask me. You won't ever be alone. And if you hurt me, well, that's okay, baby, only words bleed. Inside these pages you just hold me, and I won't ever let you go. Wait for me to come home. 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 Oh, you can fit me inside the necklace you got when you were 16, next to your heartbeat where I should be. Keep it deep in your soul. And if you hurt me, well, that's okay, baby, only words bleed. Inside these pages you just hold me, and I won't ever let you go. When I'm away, I will remember how you kissed me under the lamppost back in 6th Street, hearing you whisper through the phone. Wait for me to come home. Thank you.
What a breaky.
Wow.
Nerve-wracking.
Sheron.
Nerve-wracking, was it? Well, I tell you what, Yolandi says now, I must just tell you, Yolandi is the lady who we did a lot of, we helped her gorgeous little daughter, Furls, get to Italy by assisting, let's say, at the Barnyard and all the rest, at the Rockwood Theatre and all the rest of it. And Yolandi, unfortunately, man, you don't even know this, but Furls is back in hospital today. Very, very sad. She's in hospital. But Yolandi says, I love the show. And what a voice. No backtrack and shoo, nailing it.
Oh,
Makes
thank you so
hospital
much.
even a lacquer
Oh,
place.
thank you very much.
Oh,
That's
wow.
very
And
kind.
Brian has just sent through plenty of these little signs for you. Thumbs up, the whole trip. It's going nuts here. Sheron,
Thanks,
it's
guys.
fantastic. Really,
Thank
my
you,
mate.
really.
What a pleasure. What
Okay,
a
so
Very
pleasure.
humbling, thank you.
I just want to know, where are you performing? Where can we go and watch you? Where can
Oh,
we
by
check
the
you
way,
out?
before you carry on, wow, let me tell you something about Julie Van Dam. Julie Van Dam knows her music, and she is a wonderful, wonderful presenter on Coastal Radio SA down in Cape Town. And she just said here as well, she's given you the thumbs up, and she says, stunning live
Oh,
performance.
thank you very much, Julie.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
Very
you
nice
get
to
you
hear.
get an endorsement from Julie. You're doing something right, brother.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you, Julie, for
Very
taking the
humbling
time out to let us know.
experience, thank you.
Okay, so we want to know where we can go and watch Sheron, where people can go and check him out,
Yes.
see him performing
Yes.
live.
Okay,
Yes.
so I've got two regular gigs that I've been doing for the last few years.
Yes.
The first one is Music Cafe in Potchefstroom.
Potchefstroom, yes.
Pot, in Pot.
In Potch, yeah.
Music Cafe, yeah. It's on Friday evenings from 10 o'clock until stupidly late.
Yeah. We have one of those, don't
yeah,
worry.
it's the same management team from Old Bourbon Street.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
You know, that we've been working with
Yeah,
for almost 20
jeez.
years.
Yo.
Great guys, really. And it's such a nice venue. It's mixed crowd, you
Okay.
know, students and
Yes.
the older crowd.
Yeah,
from
that's every
Old-
Friday.
Every Friday.
Every Friday, right?
And Hogshead. I've been to all of their venues. Now it's my 5th year, I think, with them. But now it's 2nd year I'm doing now at Douglasdale. From
The Hogshead in
Hogshead
Douglasdale.
in Douglasdale.
from around 5. The official time is 5, but sometimes started
On a Saturday.
on a Friday. Oh, sorry, on a Sunday evening.
On a Sunday. Oh, that's
Okay.
pretty cool.
Sunday evening, yeah, and it goes on to usually the musicians end at about 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay.
I stop when the party stops. So sometimes it's
wow.
1 o'clock in the morning, sometimes it's 11:30 or
Wow.
whatever. And then I started playing now at a place in Douglasdale as well called Rim and Rubber.
Oh,
So I'm
yes.
playing this
Oh,
Sunday
yes,
from
in
lunchtime.
Witkoppen.
Yes.
Okay.
And there's also an event I'm doing there on Tuesday. It's shooting a TV show. I don't know. You maybe know how to spell this thing or how to pronounce this thing. I can't. There's some Afrikaans thing with Gerard Steyn.
Yes.
He's one of the presenters. It's like a food program
Okay.
that they're shooting there. So I'm going to be playing there from like 2 in the afternoon until like 8 o'clock in the evening.
Well, there you go. Rim and Rubber in Witkoppen now this coming Tuesday
You
from
can tell
2.
me,
So
what it's
grab a
called.
chance. Go there.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to. The show is called. This is what it says.
This is where he's passing the cell phone
Sorry,
to
guys,
Mandy.
my Afrikaans is not baie goed.
The show is called Konings van Kitskos.
Oh, Kings of Instant Food. Konings van
Yeah.
Kitskos.
Konings van
Gerard Steyn
Kitskos.
and some other lady, I think.
Alwyn
Okay.
Breinders. Alwyn Breinders.
Okay.
Oh, that's
That's-
not a lady.
Yeah.
That's Tuesday the
Okay, so
12th.
that's this Tuesday, right?
This coming Tuesday,
And
and
then-
I'm also there Sunday from 11:30 until about 3:30, and then
Okay.
I'm going straight to
Hogshead.
Yeah,
So Hogshead out in
in Douglasdale.
Douglasdale on Sundays from about 5.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the Friday night gig out at the old Bourbon Street, which is now called?
No, it's not the old Bourbon Street. It's the
The owners and managers from Bourbon
there's
Street.
two brothers
Okay.
that used to manage
Right.
Albert and Willem. They used
Okay.
to, and they've now been a part of opening of another venue called Music Cafe in Potch.
Okay, all right.
And you know, we have a whole long history of since I think I've been playing for them from like 97, 98 with my old band.
Right.
And so we have a whole history, and they've been booking me for the last 3 years.
Oh,
for
wonderful.
Fridays.
Well, there you go. So a little bit of something for everybody. I mean, Potch on a Friday night at Music Cafe, and then Sunday afternoon, Hogshead. Out in Douglasdale. And then, of course, this
Tuesday-
coming Tuesday, you can go to Rim and Rubber down in Witkoppen Street and catch her on there from about 2-ish. And you know, if you make enough noise, you might even be on a TV serial.
You know, and Gerard will be cooking baby chocolates.
Well,
I played,
why
on,
not?
I played on that CD launch, by the way. Funny enough.
On Baby
I
Chocolates.
played, when he did the media launch for that album.
Okay.
I played with him on that album. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. I played for a lot of Afrikaans guys.
Oh, no. Well, you know what? It's been an absolute blast. We have to say goodbye to Sheron now. Yeah. But I tell you what, I'll make you a promise. We're going to get Sheron back in the studio.
Yeah.
All right?
We absolutely hope, wish all the best for you, Sheron.
Yeah.
And thank
I
you for
think-
having me. It's such a blast.
I think
Oh, it's
you
been
deserve.
an absolute privilege.
You so
Thank you.
deserve to just be out there. I mean, you are just, for me, such a step above
Oh,
a lot of. I mean, like you say, we do have a lot of talent in this country.
a lot,
but,
a lot.
You've paid so many dues, and you've been around, and you've done so much, and you so deserve just
Thank
to.
you.
And we got to get a
Break
copy
it.
of your original album, okay?
Yeah, it's on the way. It's
Ah,
definitely
well,
on the way now.
Good stuff.
There's no
because
more excuses.
the minute it's done, please, we'll playlist it without a doubt.
It will also contain some of the covers.
Great.
There's also I'm not sure if I should say, but there's a version. I'll tell you the name of the song, but a version like this you've never heard in your life of Hallelujah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's been the vocals has been produced by my good friend Paul McIver. He's a very, very good producer.
Okay.
And I've done the rest of the track, but I insisted that on that song he produces my vocals because it's a very, very hectic song.
Okay.
You know, and I want it to be really, really like a step above what I can do by myself.
Yeah.
And he sent me the vocal version just a little short while ago. I wanted to have it ready for today, but sorry, it wasn't.
No,
just too
don't
much
worry.
time.
Well, just another reason to get you
I'll
back.
come back to that song. Yeah, no,
Definitely, wow.
the album will definitely have a few of the covers that you heard today,
Yeah.
but also it will have Hallelujah because it's a huge song.
Wonderful.
But it's a
Look
version.
forward to that.
It's a version
that's
that
for
you've never heard before in your life.
sure. Right.
And I do that version at my live gigs.
Oh, okay.
So it will have a little bit like maybe another 10 or 15% extra on the album,
Okay.
but it's very similar to what I do at my gigs.
Well, Faddy's just let us know as well. He says, brilliant stuff. Who are the owners in Potch again?
I'm not sure who the I've never met the owners. I know they have quite a few shareholders in that venue, but I
Okay.
know that Willem Albert is doing the bookings of some of the
Okay.
bands, and Willem is one of the managers or co-owners or something like that. But I haven't seen him since like 2002, I think.
Yes,
3.
like, yeah.
We used to always play at Bourbon Street and then go sleep on their farm, Albert
Yeah.
and Albert and Willem. And you know, we just stayed in touch over the years. And when they got involved in this venue, I'm not sure to what extent. Honestly,
Yeah.
sorry. I mean, I just come, I play, and leave. You know.
Yes,
But, you know, love the venue. It's such a party. If anybody knows what Bourbon Street used to be like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's very similar to that.
Okay.
Okay.
Except you can bring your own hubbly bubbly and smoke there. And it's such a joy. I mean, and people don't. They stand on the tables and they just cheer. They give me bottles of champagne to give away, and they can't give me enough bottles to give away.
Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah.
wow.
You know, because it's just who do you give it to? You know.
Yeah.
It's such a party vibe. Or
It's
what?
huge, yeah. It's
Yeah.
just a huge party, you know, and students specifically, you know,
Yeah.
they go all out, you know. And
Well, you know, Sheron, you came all the way from Krugersdorp today. We really do appreciate that.
oh no, thanks
And
for having me.
it's been an absolute blast. I tell you what,
Absolutely.
loved it, and so did everybody else.
Thank
I
you.
think you've seen that. The Lunch Buzz group is still going nuts here.
Thank you very
and
much, guys. I
really, really look forward to having you back again. And with that, we wish you all the best in what should be a very, very, very bright future.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.